Okay, let's just go ahead and give it. And thank you everyone for attending. The goal with this webinar is to really give you guys an overview of CoesterVMS. I think so much time is spent on, trying to understand industry trends or trying to understand industry topics, but just really giving you a kind of a really grassroots idea of the kind of company you're working with or the kind of company you may want to work with, and then how we can provide value to you, how we're providing value to our appraisers, and how we're providing value to the industry as a whole. So my name is Brian Coester. I'm the founder and CEO of Coester Valuation Management Services. I'm an appraiser, so let's just go right into it. So I am an appraiser. I started the company back in 2006 when I got into the appraisal business as just an appraiser. We built the company from there to a little appraisal group. We were under the name Coester Appraisal Group. And what the idea was is that we were just kind of an appraisal shop. We did that for the better part of 5 years, and we had about 20-25 appraisers that were working for us at the time, which, when the coming legislation came out, we had to make a decision if we're going to stay in an appraisal shop, in which we were covering about 3 states, Maryland, Virginia, and Pennsylvania, or if we were going to become an appraisal management company. So we decided to go ahead and become an appraisal management company, keeping sort of our staff appraisers in place and just expand it out to multiple states. Currently, we're an established appraisal management company. 20 of the top 50 lenders utilize us in some capacity, whether that's retail or correspondent or wholesale. But we have been able to successfully and fortunately work with some of the better lenders in the country. We distinguish ourselves with both our customer service, both that we're an appraiser-owned and operated company, and then also that we have some of the best technology in the industry. So we have full-service in-house development team. We got about 15 developers that work for the company full-time that are managed by our Vice President of Business Development. And we handle everything soup to nuts. So anything you would want in the forms of integrations, customization, anything in the terms of data analytics, we can handle full, and we have a lot of customers that do that. We do also have a full compliance and legal team that works with us. That our Chief Compliance Officer, Tony Bright, was a former state regulator, and we have a full-time attorney as well, and then full-time vendor managers. So we have somebody here who manages the appraiser panel, who manages vendor rosters, who makes sure our appraiser partners are being treated fairly, and then if there's any problems, we address it. We have full teams for really everything that we're dealing with. So one of the staples of dealing with the company is that our goal is to provide our clients the tools to navigate the evolving lending environment. Things change. So whether it's through the UCDP direct integrations, ULDD, whether it's the Fannie Mae collateral underwriter, whether it's Freddie Mac's coming out with a new tool, anything and everything that we can do, any way we can integrate and better our services to align ourselves better with our customers, we are all about, and we all do. So we've been able to do that successfully in a variety of ways, which we'll go into in a little bit. But our goal is that you don't need anybody else but us to navigate the appraisal process fully, and that's not just on the service side. So if you notice on our YouTube channel, we have 156,000 views on our YouTube channel, and the reason is because we do a lot of educational things, because it's not just about the appraisal, it's not just about the appraisal process, but it's also about educating your loan officers, educating the consumers, educating the appraisers with both technology, but also with educational seminars, processes, procedures, and those types of things. We're very actively involved in the community. So we not only go out and try to work with our appraisers, work with our clients, but we work within the community. We feel like you have an obligation and a responsibility to give back. These are some of the things that we've done earlier this year. We donated to the Louisiana flood, and we made over four schools in this extreme makeover. as well as partner with some veterans groups to donate one of those mobile chairs to a few veterans. So we're very much involved in the community, as well as the lending community and both the lending community as well as the community as a whole. So we have an East Coast and West Coast operations center. We run 22 hours a day, 6 days a week. We're corporately located right here in Rockville, but also have an operations center in Irvine with several employees there. So the idea is that we have local presence, but also can operate nationally. What we also do is have market leaders. So everyone has a market leader assigned to them, and what your market leader is, we have them spread throughout the country, which is the idea of having a local salesperson that's familiar and intimate with your operations, familiar and intimate with everything about your company, and can help assist, progress, train, develop everything that you would want to know and everything that you would want to have happen at your organization. They're help designed to get you going and get you the best experience you could possibly have. We manage everything by service levels and SLAs. So we do publish SLAs on a weekly basis. Lately it's been bi-weekly because some of the turn times have been less and less. Have been less of an issue, but we generally do it weekly or bi-weekly to help you set the expectations with your borrowers. 85% of our files are accepted and scheduled within 24 hours. So it's about 80%. There is some thresholds to that, and when you get outside those thresholds, let's say you're Oregon or Colorado or your more complex properties, you will get a phone call from somebody from our order desk, and you will get a phone call from somebody at our operation to make sure things are situated. Over 1,500 mobile users. So we have mobile appraisers. We develop a mobile application that is very Uberish to the appraisal industry, and eventually we plan on rolling out a very similar way of assigning and scheduling appraisals, but we have about 1,500 users, which tend to make updating much better. We're trying to get all of our appraiser panels to have this, but it's not there yet. And the goal is to have a situation where we have all of our appraisers on these mobile panels, all of our appraisers with the ability to accept orders instantaneously, and then we know where they're physically at. So if we know where they physically are, it's much easier to get in a file accepted right away. We do have a full error compliance, Dodd-Frank regulatory compliance, and everyone's talking about sunsetting of Dodd-Frank would not affect our position as well as most of the lenders' positions when it comes to the appraisal management companies. We do a fully audited compliance management system that audits all of our vendor processes, all of our all of the things that you would want when it comes to an audit, and then a full borrower-facing appraisal delivery system. So we will handle the appraisal delivery to your borrower. That can be done directly in Compass. And basically the idea is that it's a mechanism to help, again, we want to be your one-stop shop, that you can deliver the borrower. It's a very nice feature. And then a comprehensive value rebuttal process. So we have appraisers on staff that will help, certified appraisers on staff that will help if you have a value rebuttal. The goal for them is to be, I always say, not the prosecution or the defense, but kind of be a neutral third party that helps either, explain why the appraisal is accurate, or, maybe helps assist you in the value rebuttal that the appraisal is inaccurate. We will make sure you get an accurate appraisal every single time. We do have a Tier 2 CC process that we handle both front end and back end. So we always think that QC and quality control not only starts when the order is assigned, but also during the registration. So we do appraiser training for the entire network. We do once a week. We have an AIR system now recently that's appraiser facing that'll help review the file, and then we do client, state, and investor review checklists. So anything that you have that you need reviewed on the appraisal beforehand, we can make sure that happens before the appraisal is sent to you. This is a sample of our AIR system, which some of our QC people review. We built this maybe about a year and a half ago. That is now integrated with the UCDP and the ULDD data, so it does report CU findings. This is just an example of some of the the features within the air system that we use. That, you know, there's a review checklist. There is a review checklist. There is a comparable grid checklist. There's subject photos, all those types of things. We're not going to get into it now, but the goal is to give you everything that you need to review the report. We have integrations with major service providers like your Mercury Networks, like your Encompass, like your RealEC, like your Value Track, Appraisal Scope. I mean, you name it, we probably have it, or we can do it. We have a TRID calculator that you will never get another fee increase if you use our calculator. I guarantee it. So we have a TRID calculator that estimates the turn time as well as gives you an exact fee. And then we've been recognized 2 years in a row by Housing Wire as the top 100 mortgage tech companies. So this is give you a sample of what our custom Encompass interface looks like, our features. This is just a screenshot of the interface with the fee quote. So this fee quote and this fee calculator is built in not only to our client module, but our Encompass interface. And what it'll do is give you all the tools you need to make sure that that you get an absolutely accurate 100% fee quote. We will never ever request a fee quote from you or fee increase ever if you use our fee calculator ever. So if there's any differences in the fees or if there's any difference in the properties, we handle it on the back end. We have a lot of call centers, a lot of lenders who use this fee quote system, and it's very good. It doesn't necessarily mean the price will be higher or the price will be lower. It means the price will be accurate. A lot of lenders who use state-specific fee quotes, you know, 485 for California, you know, 475 for DC, 495 for Maryland, whatever it is, end up overcharging some and undercharging others because you're in a situation where you can't charge everybody the same. Real estate's very different. With TRID and with the regulatory responsibilities for disclosures, it's just sort of the way it is right now, based on the inability for companies to come up with reasonable solutions that would enable a real-time quote. We have that. We actually filed a patent for that about 6 months ago, and the idea is that we're going to, you know, help our lenders with that, with not only the accurate fee quote, but charging their customers the right amount every single time. Those fee quotes are integratable. So if you have an Encompass or if you have Encompass or you're using another LOS system, or if you have a custom point of sale system, we can integrate this directly. And the whole goal is, again, to provide an accurate fee quote every single time. This is an example of what this looks like within our Encompass. So we have a full Encompass interface. It's not just a portal, but it's a full interface that you can order. You can just go fee quote. You can save fee quotes. You can create status updates. Everything is very interactive. You can download files to the e-folder. We can manage your e-folder. I mean, there's just so many things that we can do. Here's some examples of some clients that use us in a variety of ways, but just you know, just to give some examples. And then you know, serving your branch or customers. So what we have is we have designated relationships managers for all of our customers. So you'll have somebody in-house here that'll be helpful for you. We do have, with that, we have dedicated market leaders that are sales that are there for you in case anything goes wrong. So you have a relationship manager here. If there's a problem, you know, the day-to-day business in the office, the day-to-day interactions with the company will be through the relationship manager. And then if there's something that goes wrong, 24/7, 365, you can contact your local market leader anytime and take care of it. We will do performance scorecards for your appraisers and or appraiser panels on a monthly basis. We can train your appraisers on stuff. So if you're doing new construction or if you're going into a new market, we can help build those panels. And then we'll come out and visit you. So all of our market leaders will go out and visit you. I say monthly. Sometimes it'll be a little more. Sometimes it'll be a little less. But we will come out and see you to make sure things are going smoothly. We pride ourselves in providing very hands-on, high-touch service to all of our customers. I'll give you an example of one of the situations that we handled. There was a $7 billion in yearly revenue, that's in loans, lender. They were losing $200,000 per quarter on appraisals invoices. They had 10 dedicated operations staff to manage this appraisal panel, and there was branch level issues with ordering, double ordering, triple ordering, ordering out the appraisals. We took over their entire operation, boarded their panel, cleaned up their panel, established scorecards with their panel that they've never had before, establish accountability for their appraisers. And what happens is some of the guys that you think are good aren't good. Some of the guys that you think are great aren't great. And then some of the guys that you think were bad are actually your best guys in a variety of ways. But we established accountability, training procedures. We integrated a custom interface with Encompass to acknowledge the intent to proceed would automatically go forward after the borrower acknowledged it. And then we centralized accounting and invoicing for them as well. So we've done very similar things. We can, if you look at what we can do for your company, we can significantly decrease the overhead and billing nightmares associated with managing the appraisal process in-house or other AMCs. We can provide accountability and transparency in the communication. If you have panels, we can review and board appraisers, train appraisers specialty, and then establish proper panels, scorecards, and just overall streamline the appraisal process for you. There are some awards that we've gotten over the last couple years, and then this is some quotes from some of the clients that we have. Some of the clients that we've had, for the last several years that have become very effective. So with that, I'm going to open it up to questions. And again, guys, the goal is to really have a situation where we're working with our customers in a large way, and we're working with our customers in a large way, and we're doing everything we can to help. We're doing everything we can to help you guys along the way. I do have a question. So yes, and we can customize to any integration or data services that you guys have. We do handle some custom integrations with some custom LOS systems that have done well when it comes to their execution. We tend towards trying to get everyone just up and running, and then the idea is later on we'll do the integration once you're satisfied. We want to date, make sure that it's a good fit for both of us, and then we'll do the integration after that. With some of our call center clients that there wasn't really an option, we'll just go ahead and do it just for the business process. For the business process improvement, that they don't want to do it any other way. We do handle all the collateral underwriter stuff, so any of the flags, any of the issues associated with collateral underwriter score being below a certain amount or above a certain amount or a certain amount of flags, we will handle that in full. And the goal again is to provide you guys everything you need and be kind of a one-stop shop for today's mortgage banker. With that said, if there's any other questions, what I would like to do is we'll be sending out a survey after this that makes you see if you guys have any questions, any feedback, and if you have any questions, we look forward to working with you, and thank you very much for attending this webinar. Have a great one.